The point of all this was never to create more content, more tweets, more Instagram posts, more TikToks, more reels, more videos, more newsletters. That was never the point. But AI has made it so simple to create content that the floodgates are open. So there's a research study, and I want to find out which one it is. I forgot, but there's a research study. That's a bad way to start. But there's a research study. I mean, for the credibility, it would have been better to remember the source, but I'll get back to you on that one. The research study showed 52% of marketeers globally, they said that it became so easy to create content, it's almost like as if it is less effective because there's too much out there. It's just content overload for the consumers as well. 54% of this specific study, which I forgot the source, which I will get back to you on somehow, said that their content looked very similar to the content of others. Well, that's terrible because you want to distinguish yourself, right? If your brand feels the same as the other brand, then what's the real difference, right? You want there to be some kind of a unique brand positioning. So the three words, the most important words ever that I've heard in my career as a marketeer for the last 20 years. I started my career really at the Jordan brand. Then, it was for Nike at the Nike head office in Hilversum near Amsterdam, the Netherlands, but I was working for the Jordan brand. And then I worked for Nike for a long time. And three words that I was told very often that in the beginning I didn't get were not just do it, but were edit to amplify. You edit something like a big page, you edit it, you take out a lot of stuff, so what's left is powerful. When Michael Jordan came back after his first retirement, his agent David Falk, wrote this long memo and several long memos, and Michael said it's not good enough. And then David Falk said, well, why don't you do it? And all he wrote was, well, you probably know it, I'm back. That was the whole message. So give this a try. You can do it with your website if you have access to change that yourself. You can do it with a newsletter that's about to go out, with anything social media related because it's a post. You can probably change the copy. Take 1/3 of the copy that you were about to use, 1/3, 33%, like 30% roughly, and see if you can still get your message across. Often it's not going to be a worse message. Very often it's going to be a better message. Hopefully that works for you. My name is Rich Lowen. I'm the founder of Torque. We help marketing and sales teams do more with AI. See you in the next one.